We've picked the 8 craziest butt smuggling cases for you. These aren't your average hide-and-seek champs. We're talking about people who thought, hey, let's stuff drugs where the sun don't shine. And boy, did they get creative. Stay tuned to find out which attempt left even seasoned security officers scratching their heads. From bad ideas to worse, cases 8 to 6. Starting at number 8, we have a case that proves not all that glitters is gold, especially when it comes to fake body parts. 2 men at Lisbon Airport thought they had the perfect plan: hide over 2 pounds of cocaine inside fake butt implants. You heard that right. These guys literally tried to smuggle drugs in their rear ends. But here's the kicker. They attached these fake buns to swimming trunks. Maybe they thought airport security would be too embarrassed to take a closer look. Spoiler alert, they weren't. Moving on to number 7, we encounter a smuggler who took the phrase "surprise inside" way too literally. This guy filled Kinder Surprise capsules with drugs and then attempted to smuggle them into a prison. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't this about airport security? Well, this case is so wild, we had to include it. The man's brilliant plan? Hide the drug-filled capsules in his rectum. Talk about a surprise no one wants to find. But wait, it gets even more outrageous. For our number 6 spot, we have a case that'll make you think twice about complaining about airplane food. One inventive smuggler decided to hide their stash inside a chicken carcass. They probably thought, who would suspect a harmless roast chicken? Well, apparently airport security would. When officers noticed something off about the bird's stuffing, they quickly discovered it wasn't Grandma's secret recipe inside. In each of these cases, the smugglers thought they had outsmarted the system. But airport security isn't playing games. They've seen it all, from fake butts to stuffed poultry, and they're always one step ahead. These failed attempts show just how thorough and observant security officers really are. It's worth noting that these aren't just funny stories. They come with serious consequences. Each of these smugglers faced hefty fines and jail time. That fake butt implant scheme? It landed those guys in prison for several years. The Kinder Surprise smuggler? He got charged with drug trafficking. And our chicken stuffer? Let's just say they won't be enjoying airline food or any food outside of prison for quite some time. Getting crafty, the middle of the pack. Let's start with number 5 on our list. This smuggler thought they had the perfect plan: hide drugs in a prosthetic leg. They figured security wouldn't dare ask them to remove it. But airport scanners don't care about sensitivity. They just show what's inside. When officers noticed something off about the leg's density, they knew they had to investigate. The smuggler's face when asked to remove the prosthetic? Priceless. Moving on to number 4, we have a case that proves some people will go to extreme lengths for a quick payday. This smuggler decided to swallow drug-filled condoms. Not just a few, we're talking about dozens. The plan was to pass them naturally once they reached their destination. But when they started acting weird during the security check, officers got suspicious. A quick X-ray revealed the truth. And let's just say the next few days were pretty uncomfortable for everyone involved. Now, for our number 3 spot, we have a smuggler who thought music could be the key to success. They hollowed out the body of an acoustic guitar and filled it with drugs. The plan? Act like a traveling musician and hope no one would look too closely at their instrument. But when security officers noticed the guitar sounded a bit off, they decided to take a closer look. Turns out, this smuggler's criminal career hit a sour note before it even began. In each of these cases, the smugglers thought they had found the perfect hiding spot. But they underestimated just how thorough airport security can be. From X-ray machines to drug-sniffing dogs, airports have a whole arsenal of tools to catch even the most creative smugglers. It's not just about the technology, though. Security officers are trained to spot suspicious behavior. That's why the prosthetic leg smuggler got caught. Their nervousness gave them away. And the condom swallower? Their discomfort was a dead giveaway. These cases show just how desperate some people can be. The promise of quick money makes them willing to risk their freedom, their health, and even their dignity. But as clever as these smugglers think they are, airport security is always one step ahead. The cream of the crop. Top 2 most shocking attempts. Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes a smuggler who rewrites the rulebook. Our top 2 cases showcase creativity so twisted, it's hard to believe they're real. What could possibly top hiding drugs in prosthetics or guitars? Get ready for smuggling attempts that blur the line between genius and madness. Let's start with our runner-up, Picture this. A man strolls through airport security, cool as a cucumber. He's wearing swimming trunks, which isn't too unusual for a tropical destination. But something catches the eye of a sharp security officer. The man's backside looks off. It's a little too perfect, a little too round. The officer's suspicion leads to a discovery that's equal parts hilarious and horrifying. This guy had the bright idea to create fake butt implants and attach them to his swimming trunks. But these weren't just any implants. They were stuffed with over 2 pounds of cocaine. Talk about junk in the trunk! The smuggler probably thought he was being clever, assuming security would be too embarrassed to take a closer look. Boy, was he wrong. When questioned, the man's nervous behavior gave him away. Security had to investigate further, leading to the discovery of his cocaine-filled fake posterior. It's safe to say this smuggler's plans went belly up, or should we say bottoms up. But if you think that's wild, wait until you hear about our #1 case. This smuggler took the phrase mind over matter to a whole new level. They decided the safest place to hide their drugs was inside their own skull. Yes, you read that right. This person underwent a dangerous and illegal surgery to have a package of drugs inserted under their scalp. They literally had drugs on the brain. The amount wasn't huge, about 300 grams, but the method was so extreme it left security officers speechless. During the security check, everything seemed normal at first, but when the smuggler passed through the body scanner, something unusual showed up on the image. The officers, thinking it might be a mistake, asked the person to go through again. Same result. That's when they knew they were dealing with something they'd never seen before. The smuggler's demeanor during questioning was surprisingly calm. Maybe they thought their method was foolproof, or maybe the drugs were affecting their judgment. Either way, their cool facade crumbled when security called in medical professionals to examine them. These cases left even the most experienced security personnel shaking their heads in disbelief. One officer was quoted saying, "In all my years on the job, I've never seen anything like this. Just when you think you've seen it all, someone comes along and proves you wrong." These extreme attempts have led to some serious changes in airport security procedures. The fake butt implant case has made officers more aware of unusual body shapes or bulges. And the skull implant? It's pushed security teams to adapt their scanning technology and training to detect even the most unthinkable hiding spots. The bottom line, creativity doesn't beat security. So, what's the bottom line here? No matter how creative or desperate smugglers get, airport security is always one step ahead. These cases show just how far some people will go for a quick payday. But let's face it, hiding drugs in fake butts or your own skull, that's next-level desperation. Airport security isn't playing around. They've seen it all, and they're always adapting. New tech, better training. They're ready for whatever smugglers throw at them next. It's like a never-ending game of cat and mouse, but the mouse rarely wins. What do you think drives people to these extremes? Is it greed, desperation, or something else? And how far do you think smugglers will go in the future to try and beat the system? Let us know what you think in the comments.